you have to get the mortgage from the bank, and not only that, maybe the bank might even say no, so you have to save up for 100 years before you can actually build a house, if you are just a person who's just employed in a simple company. So anyway, let's get to it. This is my thought. When you buy the land, this is more applicable to anyone who has money to actually build real estate. If it's here in Europe, or if it's in India, or if it's in Africa, this method is applicable to everybody. So let's take it from simple to something that is not even medium size. This is actually a simple plan. I think whoever earns at least 4,000 US dollars every month is able to actually do this within a spec of 2 to 3 years. Think if every month you just pay your rent. Of course, you have the clothes, but you want to always change because your mind tells you you have to change. You don't really need to change your clothing. You can literally have the same clothes for a long time, and it won't even lose your value. It will not diminish your value just because you don't have new clothes. It won't. So as an investor, or if you want to get into investment, stop thinking about trivial things like clothes, because these you always buy after. This pays you off. So it's better to work right now so that tomorrow you actually live like a king. Or you can, there's a lot of people who think buying things from a second-hand shop is actually a trivial thing. It is not. At the end of the day, you are actually saving up for what will actually bring you more money for you within 2 to 3 years. So it's kind of stupid to think, now I have to wear a Louis Vuitton handbag so that my friends can see me, because most of these things that we actually buy as consumers, it's just for our friends to see. It has nothing to do with what you really want. Mostly it's because you're under pressure that your peers have something and you don't. Relax, because at the end of the day, at the end of 3 years, you will have money, more than even the person who has a Louis Vuitton, and you will be able to buy whatever suits you. So listen up. This is what is genius to do. I'm saying genius because I've seen how much money I myself have saved whenever I want to tackle an issue like this one. I met somebody who told me, you know what, there's a lot of people who don't think logistics when they are doing real estates. This is what he said. If you're planning on building a block of flats, say maybe 4 to 12 apartments, the most important thing when you start is excavation. So when the land is being cleared, he said, why don't you clear the whole thing so that you don't invite this excavator 2 or 3, 4 times for, or even 12 times for those apartments. Can you see how much the math is adding up? Because now you pay him to do the work once instead of him coming back and forth. That means if you're going to invite him once every time you have an apartment to do, you will pay him a lot more. He'll come for one and he will charge you for one again and another one. But if he comes for 12, it's one-stop shop appointment, and he's going to do a lot more than doing these small bites. I hope you understand and you see the sense and the money you are saving in this. So after you do that, you have to lay, rule number 1, lay the foundation for all of them. If you're doing them in 3 bites, you can choose to say, I'll do 3 now, I'll lay the foundation for the first 3. But after the excavator has been there, why not just lay all of them? If you're doing blocks of 3 or 4, lay all of them, lay the foundation for all of them. This is one of the most expensive parts of building. So save up, or demarcate it in this way, let the excavator come, but let them cut the foundation down for you, then put your foundation on the first 4, then the next 4, then the last 4. That's an idea. In that way, you have pressure, but not so much. But you can also put yourself under so much pressure, save a lot, and then do the foundation once and for all. Then the next thing you're going to do is now to start building. When you start building, don't build all of them, because if, let's say, some people are employed, let's say you lose your job, and you've decided to do all of them, you say foundation for all of them, then now I'm going to do the next level, which is laying the walls up to window level. What if you get fired? You have to think. So, to avoid a circumstance where you're actually going to bite yourself in your leg, do this. Build the first apartment completely. By doing that, this is going to help you build the next one and the next one, just like that. So, let's look at the next one. It says, let the first help pay for the second until you go to the 12th. Now, let me show you what will actually happen in due time. The income that you get from the first one, let's just assume it's 100. 100 kwacha from Zambia. We use kwacha. 100 kwacha, let's say 1,000 kwacha, let's say 1,000 Danish kronas, let's say 1,000 euros, let's say $1,000, whatever your currency is. If you have one, you have completed the first one. It will start trickling money for you. So this 100 plus your salary you finish the first one. It will be easier for this one to help you build this one. And with your help also, you will build that one together with that one. Before you know it, you have two, and these two are going to trickle down to 4. You finish the first block. Just like that, you just keep on going. And you'll see that with time, you will also start taking out your own pay from your real estate already after you have 2. So at the end of the day, yes, it can be stressful to do real estate, but if you really think about it, if you think clever, you think with wisdom, you will see that actually this is easy to implement, and this is actually going to bring you money at the end of the day if you play it out right. So I'm really hoping that I've been of help to bring this. And at the end of the day anyway, what's wisdom if you cannot share it with others? Because I know that if I help anyone to think the way I think and the way I do things, and I'm happy with how I do things, we'll make a better world. So if there's somebody who's listening to this video and you have a better idea, please share. Please share and tag me to say, Lydia, this is what I'm doing and look at how good the results are. Because at the end of the day, iron sharpens iron. And it's only 2 sharp irons that can actually cut anything. So let's be good at helping each other. Let's be very good at also encouraging each other. Let's be good at sharing ideas, because at the end of the day, an idea can be shared and not be used. But those who are wise, they get an idea and they run off with it. So stay cool, be fruitful, and be greatness. That's what I had